Hi guys, welcome to Buck and Jack. I am Adrian and today we are back on the rooftop. I had a message on Instagram saying, like the videos, background's boring. I hope this is a slightly better background. I always love the feedback that I get from you guys. It's very funny. Anyway, wristwatch check. I'm wearing my Rolex Explorer 1 from 1998. The watch that gets the most wrist time out of everything that I own. And that's what this video is about today. I had a message from someone on YouTube saying, a chap called Daniel G. He's about to graduate, congratulations by the way, and his parents are going to buy him a new watch. He's narrowed it down to wanting an Explorer 1, but he's not too sure about which version of the Explorer 1 he wants. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. He only mentioned between vintage and modern, but I'm going to break it down a little bit more than that. So it all started in 1953 when Sir Edmund Hillary scaled Mount Everest, and the watch that he was wearing was a Rolex Explorer. That then sealed the history of the Explorer 1, and it's forever been seen as the mountaineer's watch. For some reason, probably because of the lack of glamour around it and its size, it's always been the underdog within the Rolex family, with the limelight being stolen by the GMT Master, Submariner, the Daytona, and it's always been that kind of, I don't know, perhaps not as aspirational as those other watches. So we're not going to start right at the beginning because I don't think a very, very vintage piece would be suitable for someone who I'm assuming has a small collection, or this is going to be their everyday watch. So I'm going to think something a bit more rugged. Having said that about vintage, we are going to start with the reference 1016, which is my favorite version of the Explorer 1. The pros around this watch are the dial. The dial is absolutely gorgeous. It's a matte dial. It's got tritium markers all over it. The numerals of 369 in my eyes are absolutely gorgeous. So the cons are the price. This is now an expensive piece. The good versions are expensive, the bad versions aren't worth thinking about. And then you've also got the fact that being vintage, it's got an acrylic glass, therefore it is going to be prone to scratches. So then we're going to move on to the 14270, which is what I have. Now, this watch started in 1990 and it went on until around 1999. The pros of this watch are you can get it at a very, very reasonable price, including box and papers. It has a tritium dial. Do note that the 369 don't have luminescence inside, it's just white paint, so they won't patina, but the tritium hour markers will patina over the course of the next 10 years or so. Other pros are the fact this is a 36mm watch, which for me is an absolute sweet spot. Now, the cons on this watch are the movement has a bad reputation. It's the caliber 3000 movement, and in the 90s there was an article stating that the movement had an issue, and that's now being kind of put down to a conspiracy because this watch was so amazingly popular in the 90s that it was destroying all of its competition, and people now think that that article was just put out to try and slow down the sale of the Explorer 1. So ignore that. The caliber 3000 movement was also in the Submariner no date at the same period. So it's an absolutely fine movement. There's nothing wrong with it. Another con is this has hollow end links. I would prefer solid end links simply because it makes it a more beefy bracelet and therefore can withstand a bit more wear and a bit more throwing about. So let's move on to the 14270. This is my second favorite and perhaps my favorite modern Explorer 1. This is an updated version of the 14270 with an updated movement. It's now the caliber 3010, still 36mm case, which I think is brilliant, but it has solid end links, so that bracelet is going to be able to withstand a bit more bashing about. It's not going to stretch so easily, and it's going to have a little bit more weight to it. The cons of this are the price is quite a bit more than the 14270, but apart from that, I don't think there's anything else that you can say wrong about this watch. So let's move on to the pig of the Rolex Explorer 1 family, the 21470, the 39mm Explorer 1. So the pros of this watch are it's got a good bracelet. It's got a good bracelet. So the cons of this watch are Rolex kind of validated that they messed up the hands. They simply stole the hands off the 36mm and dumped them on the 39mm case, which is why they look so short and out of proportion. Let's move on to the latest Explorer 1, the new 21470. So the pros around this watch are it's new. So therefore it is the best built Explorer 1 that you can get. You can go into your AD and you can buy one off the shelf with your name on the warranty card. That being said, the cons are, I don't think there are any cons around this watch. I don't think there are any cons around this. So to summarize, if you're into vintage and you've got a ton of money to drop, get the 1016. If you're into 36mm, you've got a tight budget, get the 14270. If you haven't got a tight budget, get the double 14270. If you're into the 39mm, you've got a tight budget, get the 214270. If you haven't got a tight budget, get the new 214270. And that's pretty much it. There's one more Explorer 1 that you should know about, and that is the 14270 Blackout. And it's just a normal 14270, but it had black paint in the numerals rather than white paint. This was only done between 1990 and 1991. They're incredibly hard to find, but they're incredibly gorgeous. So that's my roundup of the Explorer 1. I still go by my video where I stated that it is the most enjoyable Rolex that you can get. I think it's a stunning piece. Just as normal, hit that subscribe button, hit that little thumbs up if you like the video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you disagree with my ideas around what is the best looking Explorer, and maybe calling the first 214270 a pig, whether that's just or not. Anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe, check us out on Instagram @BarkandJack, and I'll see you next time. Take care.